Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. We've got a crazy show for you today. We're so glad you're with us. Welcome into Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Your Mavericks are going to get swept.
They're not get swept.
They're not going to get
Baby Bird won't let that happen. Baby Bird won't let that happen.
You mean Baby Sparrow?
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Let's talk about that. How about it?
The highest scoring average in NBA history.
Let's talk about it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, it is a scintillating topic, guys. First of all, Chris Paul was amazing again in the fourth. Luka Doncic, though, scoring 35 points. Mavs fall to the Suns, though, 129-109 last night. Phoenix now commands a 2-0 series lead. After the loss, Dallas head coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "No one else showed. We can't win with just Luka out there scoring 30 a night. Not at this time of year." Now at halftime, Charles Barkley, who never holds back, also spoke glowingly of Doncic. Take a listen.
Anytime I see you coming out here for halftime and you're shaking your head and you're looking at some guy and saying, "Man, this Luka Doncic."
I walked out here, I said, "Ernie, that's a bad man right there." You know, he must be so strong, Ernie, because he doesn't look quick. He's fast enough, but you know, we talked about it. We were talking about Giannis the other night against the Celtics. He takes body blows really good.
Luka gets it done night in and night out. Shannon, you've said he's arrived as a superstar already.
He's a superstar, absolutely.
From what you've seen in the first two games, is he living up to that praise?
He is, Skip. He's giving you 40, 8.5, and 7.5. He's shooting 54% from the floor, 43% from the three. And the thing is that he's normally not an efficient scorer because he takes so many step-back threes that it brings his average down. But you look at him, he's averaging 40 points in this series. He's the only reason that these games are even close at the half. But, Skip, their problem isn't offense. Their problem is defense. What I witnessed last night in the fourth quarter, Skip, I don't know, maybe you've seen it. Skip, I've never seen a team just miss 3 shots the entire fourth quarter. They were 16 to 19 from the 2. They missed 2 3-point shots. In the entire fourth quarter, they went a 9-minute stretch, Skip, where they missed 1 shot. How you win a game like that? Luka's going to have to score 60. In the previous series, Skip, what happened? Luka missed I think he missed the first 2 games, and Jalen Brunson was sensational. He was giving you 28 a night. Now he's turned back into Jalen Brunson. He's giving you 11 points a night. He's shooting 32% from the floor. Dinwiddie is averaging 9.5 points, shooting 33% from the floor. Skip, Max Kleber cannot be your second-best player. You can't win like that. Yes, Luka is turning the ball over, but he's having to do so much. He has the ball in his hands so much. And they get the key in. I'm looking at this. You're going to lose probably out of 1,000 games, you'll lose 999 of them if you let a team shoot 65% from the floor, 52% from the three, and they score 71 points in the second half. Skip, you'll lose 999 times out of 1,000. Luka is a superstar. There's no denying that. But Luka, one great player, isn't beating a team. We've seen that. Those days of a great player being able to drag his team to a victory because he can score so many points and do so many things. The Phoenix Suns right now, it looks to me that they've got a gear, and they normally push on it in the second half that the Mavs just can't get to. Unless Jalen Brunson, unless Dinwiddie comes along, as Jason Kidd said, he said, well, we can't just have Luka scoring 30. Luka giving you 40. He just needs someone to give him 20. Jalen Brunson, can Dinwiddie just give him 20? The two of them combined for 60. Okay, now we got a ball game. But when you they had Chris Paul, I don't know, I can't explain Chris Paul. What comes over Chris Paul in the fourth quarter? Now, we've seen it far too many times for just to be an accident. You saw it against the Clippers. We've seen it against the Pelicans. And here it is again right on cue last night. I don't think he missed a shot. He might have missed 1 shot in the fourth quarter. Book, damn, he got the fastest healing hamstrings I've ever seen in my life, Skip. I mean, Chris Paul was 6 or 7. D Book was 3 or 3. All his was 3-pointers. Yeah, Skip. This is not on Luka. This is on their defense. If Luka's going to give me 47-5, 47-8, Skip, I got to win. I got to win some of these games.
Are you finished?
Done.
I am about to launch about how dramatically you and Charles Barkley are overrating Luka Doncic. He is not a superstar by any stretch of the imagination.
If he's not a superstar, there aren't any in the NBA.
Okay, well, then there aren't any left.
Okay.
And how dare you call him Baby Bird after you grew up loving Larry Joe Bird of the Boston Celtics?
I did.
Because they shouldn't even be in the same breath. It's almost like putting LeBron in the same sentence with Michael Jordan.
Well, LeBron's already
blasphemy.
Yeah, you're right. Because LeBron is past him.
Luka is actually a triple threat of a liability because we start with his shooting. He is a sorry shooter, a poor shooter, certainly by superstar standards, from three and from the free throw line. It's my turn. I'm about to just nail it to the wall.
Okay.
And number two, he is a turnover machine. Luka Doncic, I'm going to repeat this twice so everybody lets it sink into their brain. He led the NBA this year in turnovers per game. He had 7 turnovers last night.
Yes.
I'll get to those in just a moment. And finally, you missed the point and the boat on all you were talking about. They got to stop the Suns. Luka Doncic is a disaster of a defender.
Yeah,
he can't guard anybody.
We knew that.
They attacked him all night long. We knew it all the way back to November 1st of 2019, a game we still talk about to this day on this show because it was your Lakers and LeBron at Luka. Do you remember that night on a Friday night, the Danny Green Memorial game? Remember this?
Yes.
And what did Kyle Kuzma say after the game? Whoever was guarding Luka, we passed him the ball because they were just hunting Luka.
Whoever Luka was guarding.
Luka. So they were hunting Luka all night long last night. Let's go back to the shooting. What do I always criticize LeBron for? Why do I disqualify him from the GOAT debate? He's a poor shooter from 3 and the free throw line. Would you believe that LeBron James is actually a little better from 3 in the free throw line than even Luka is? If we look at career, that's a joke. But Luka, in his career, he's a 33.7% three-point shooter. 33.7? Are you kidding me?
I thought we was talking about the game. I didn't know we was going.
We're talking about overrated superstar. You say he's arrived as a superstar. Baloney he has. And if I just do this year from 3, Luka is 35.3%. 35.3. That ranked 103rd of 145 three-point shooters in the NBA this year. 103rd, and you call this man a superstar? And then from the free throw line this year, he's a career 73.7. That's even worse than LeBron. But this year, he was all the way up to 74.4. That ranked 91st of 112 free throw shooters in the league. 91st of 112. And you dare to call this man a superstar? Are you kidding me? He's a sorry shooter by superstar standards. Charles Barkley watches one half of basketball, and Luka actually made 4 three-pointers in the first half. It's to the point now when he makes one, I say, wow, he made one, because they're rare. He is a 33% career three-point shooter. So he makes 4 in the first half, and then what did he do in the second half? He made 1. He scored 11 points in the second half. So he was sensational in the first half. And then Phoenix said, you know what? That's enough of that. Let's just attack him on defense.
Well, that's what you do with any offensive guy. You try to make him work on both ends of the court. Obviously.
Timeout. Larry Bird made 3 all-defensive teams in his career. Larry Bird averaged 2 steals a game in his career. Luka averages barely 1. Luka is never, it would be laughable for him to even be considered for an all-defensive team.
Larry never guarded the opposing team's best player.
Okay, that went to Larry created a havoc on defense.
I'm not saying he can't steal the ball, but Skip, the question was, Shannon, for what you've seen from Luka in the first 2 games, is he living up to your praise?
Yeah, that's my question, too. I get to answer the same question, and I'm saying laughable. Laughable.
So averaging 40, 8.5, 7.5, shooting 54% from the floor, 43% from the 3. He's laughable.
They got blown off the floor last night because he couldn't guard anybody.
So he was the only one.
Hey, hold on just a second. I got a stat for you, and this is a little bit complicated, but I am going to read it. This is what happened in the game. You said, let's keep it to the game, so I'm keeping it to the game.
Okay.
This is from Second Spectrum Tracking off last night's game. Doncic was the screener defender on 19 on-ball screens in the second half. This is just the second half, which is the 3rd most in any half in his career.
Right.
The Suns averaged, and this is going to be a little hard to sort of process, but they averaged 1.81 points per chance. They almost scored a basket every time
he was in that situation.
1.81 points per chance on those possessions. This is the highest efficiency allowed by a single defender involved in at least 15 direct picks over the past 3 seasons. You have to go back 4 years to find a worse defensive performance than what the Suns did to Luka in the second half. It was Book's turn in the third quarter, and then it was mostly CP's turn in the fourth quarter. Hunt him. Get him to switch off. Make him switch. Make him switch on to Chris. You say, how's Chris doing that? It's because Luka was trying to guard him.
So who was guarding Chris Paul in the Pelican series?
I don't care. I'm talking about Luka is not a superstar.
No, hold on.
Not a superstar.
Wait a minute.
Not a superstar.
But you make it seem like Chris Paul, this is the first time Chris Paul has done that. Do you remember when he did that to Paul George and Patrick Beverly?
Yeah.
Do you remember that he did it last series?
This was egregious.
Skip.
This was shocking.
But
this was hard on the eyes.
Okay. Are you gonna say Joel Embiid's a superstar? You say you going that far?
Sure, I
am.
am.
Joel and I would say Luka, superstars. Jokic is a superstar. LeBron. Okay, let's just say there's 7 superstars. How many of them play lockdown defense like Kobe when Kobe was at his apex? Jordan when he was